I wouldn't say I'm a complete introvert. I don't really know. I'm somewhere in the middle. Is that ambivert? I don't know. I like people. I'm good with people. But I very much like my own space. And I do need to recharge in my own company, yeah? And a lot of the time, when I'm invited out to things, I don't go because I have responsibilities to attend to. My own improvements, such and such, whatever, yeah? Yeah. Chief, make sure you're hydrating, yeah? Pause this video and drink some water if you haven't today, because that is unacceptable. Get yourself out there. And this is almost a video to myself as well, because I'm not a complete introvert. I love people. But I do need to recharge in my own space, and I do like my own routine and doing things on my own quite a lot of the time. When I'm invited out to drink or to experience things, a lot of the time I will reject it because I have things to do, responsibilities. And I could push them to another day, but I like to stay disciplined. And I know that I am just more comfortable in my own place, in my own routine. But Chief, this isn't always the best thing to do. Yes, if you have things that you need to do, sure. But you need to get yourself out there. Because it doesn't matter if you're an introvert, an extrovert, ambivert, whatever the fuckvert, people. That's where the development comes in. That's where the experiences that grow you the most are present. Out there. In nature, in cities, where there are people. Because it's uncomfortable. I'm very good with people one-on-one. I'm very good at talking to people one-on-one when I have their attention and I can make them feel validated. But in groups, I don't know how to fucking be. When I'm in groups of people, it's difficult. I don't know, do I speak to the whole group? Do I speak to one person? Maybe I'm autistic. And sometimes that kind of thing intimidates me. And it's okay if it scares you to be social, Chief. That's normal. You need to feel the fear and do it anyway. Because you're really going to let your anxiety dictate your actions. That social event that you're missing out on just because you feel more comfortable at home, that could be the social event where you meet someone that helps you in life, or at the very least form a core memory, that you improve yourself. And social skills, even if you are somewhat adept, is something you have to keep improving on, and it's something you can learn and improve like every other skill. And you only do that by doing it, not by studying it on the computer like some nerd. You improve social skills how you improve every other skill, Chief, and that is by doing it, by getting out there in the world. And selfishly, if you don't give a fuck about people, which by the way you really should, but say you're a psychopath and you only give a shit about improving yourself, if you want to be psychopathically a powerful man, let's pretend you're a psychopath for a second, yeah? And look, I believe every man craves power in some way and respect. That's a whole video for a whole other day. But say you want to be on top of everything. You need social skills, Chief. People are the biggest currency if you want to view them like that. The best people in the highest positions are the best with people. The first ever $1 million salary in America in the 1900s was paid to a guy who was the head of a company. And he wasn't the head of a company because he knew the most about the company or because he was the most intelligent. He just had the best people skills and he was the best at inspiring people. You only get that through, yes, understanding people, studying people's skills, but most importantly, getting yourself out there and doing, if you will, research on the field. Because that's what it is. And that's if you're looking at it pragmatically like a robot, and if you're looking at it like a human being, it's how you get the best experiences, and it's just how you develop yourself and your conscious mind. Because yes, sometimes you might go to a social event and you might not vibe, you might just want to go home. Maybe they're not your people, that happens, but that's all a part of it. Maybe you feel a bit awkward, maybe you feel like they don't validate you. But you know what's the interesting thing, Chief? They don't give a shit about you. Because everyone just is thinking about themselves. Either they're confident and comfortable and they want to speak about themselves, or they're just like you. And if they do think something negative about you, it'll be for a few seconds to a minute. And yes, people do gossip. But those people hate themselves anyway. All these fears of how you're perceived, of how you will be perceived, all this bullshit, Chief. If that stops you from getting out there, you're doing yourself a disservice. And I understand. Because being a lone wolf is somewhat romanticised nowadays. And look, it has its place. We do need to learn to have me time. You shouldn't be out there every single day, you know. It's good to be with yourself and spend time with yourself. But, Chief, don't shut out people and don't isolate yourself. You need to find the balance to develop yourself, to develop your future and your skills as a human being. Get yourself out there. Don't shut out people. Level up your social skills, but just form memories at the very least. And be grateful for people. I appreciate you. Share this to someone if they need to hear it, and say less, do more. I'll see you tomorrow.